Greetings from the Motherland kings and queens. Imamonian na Akwaba. I welcome you all. Today, I got a good friend of mine that I met here in Ghana, George Hurricane, which is also used to be a boxer, correct?
Right.
But I met him here with Stacy in, I believe, 2019, 2020, 2021 is when I met him. And actually, when I first saw him, I thought he was a Ghanaian, but he's from Liberia. Ever since then, he been my brother from another mother.
Right, man.
For real. Came to my wedding, showed
Right.
out, man.
Right.
Something I've always wanted to ask you. For one, wait, how many years have you been here in Ghana?
Um, I came here 2010,
Oh, that's about
so
15.
I've been here almost 15 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost
So
15 years.
okay, cool. Now,
Um,
what brought you to Ghana? Like what made you? Because me, I want to go and visit Liberia.
right.
For so many reasons. Because of the thing with the Americans a long time ago.
Liberia is your home, brother.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
your home.
yeah. I see when I see the flag, I say,
Liberia
"Hey,
is your home.
I see home in that flag, bro."
Yeah, that's your home.
But kind of explain to me, like, what brought you to Ghana? What made you choose Ghana?
Okay, good. Actually, I work as a boxer, and I had an ambition to ready to fight boxing and ready to make money from boxing. I always had the dream that I was going to fight Mayweather one day.
Really?
So I was training so hard.
Seriously?
I was training so hard.
Okay.
And I was fortunate to train the Liberian president, Ellen Johnson Sully, as her personal trainer.
Okay.
So I thought I had hope that I would get some help from the government to pursue my dream as a boxer.
Right.
But it didn't work out that way. So I prayed to God and I asked God his direction. And so I got an inspiration and the voice, hearing the voice while I was walking. I moved to Ghana. So I like moved to Ghana. Okay. So I told a couple of close family members. And I told my pastor, I said, look, God said I should move to Ghana, man. Because I mean, as a boxer, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to fly the country flag. They're not trying to help me. I think Ghana has a better boxing program over there. I need to go and rub shoulders with those brothers over there and see where I can make my way through.
Okay.
So
So have you done any boxing here or only training?
yeah, I had a couple of fights here,
Okay.
but reason I didn't stay fighting was because I didn't have a manager
Okay.
who would push me financially. You understand that?
Right.
So financially, I got help. I got stuck in Ghana. I got really stuck in Ghana
Right.
as a single boxer who support himself.
Mm-hmm.
I was all single-handed, handling myself.
Right.
I had to think about where to sleep. I had to think about what to eat. I had to think about transportation to go for training. I had to think about paying the coach who trains me. And all of those things wasn't coming full. So difficult being a foreigner as, you know, than a Ghanaian. And
Right.
so it took me a hell of a struggle
Right.
to making it to, staying in Ghana at the time to um, getting used to the society. It was a hell lot of struggle as a Liberian because what I expected, I didn't, meet up the expectation. I thought as Liberians, the way we come kind of a free, in our mind with
Mm-hmm.
people. I thought it was the same with Ghana, but I realized that it wasn't like that. I realized that there was too many bureaucracy that would have held you backward from doing things if you were not a Ghanaian. For me in Liberia, no matter who you are, once you are on the soil of Liberia and you are participating in a a sporting program or anything, once you are good, we're gonna take you and put you on our national team.
No matter what,
No matter where
where
you're
you
from, we put you on our national team.
Right.
We want you to perform for our name to go. So we will support you, and even we go to an extent that it doesn't matter who you are. The love of liberty has brought us all here.
Right, right.
So once you are a black man, you are an African, and so you must be treated as a brother and a sister. And so for me, that's the culture I'm from. I'm from the Liberian American culture
Okay.
that teaches me to be my brother's keeper.
Okay. So how besides me, how what's the word I'm looking for? How connected do you feel with African Americans? You know, since Liberia is somewhat like American.
The truth of the matter is, I've long been connected to African Americans.
You say you don't feel connected.
I've long been connected.
You've long been
I've
connected.
long been connected.
Okay.
Since I was born.
Okay.
In fact, Liberia is the country that a lot of African Americans know and they go to.
Right.
Let's come back to the song. When Michael Jackson sung the song "Liberian Girls," you heard that song?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you tell me who was he talking about? Was he talking about Liberian girl,
Like,
or
like
was he talking
I
about
don't.
something else? He
I
was
really.
talking about a Liberian girl he came across who touched his soul, who touched his heart, whatever she did to touch him, that made him to have come and express his gratitude to her openly.
Right.
Liberians, we are known for love. We are known for care. We were trained by the Americans, so we have some strict way of approaching things.
Okay.
As much as African originated behaviors are still yet with Liberians,
Right.
but we still have part of an American behavior with Liberians
Right now today.
up to date. So Liberians consider themselves as the black Americans in Africa.
Really?
Yeah,
Seriously?
that's how Liberians
Okay.
consider
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
And so this is the reason it's easier for a Liberian to relate to you as a black American.
You know.
I am not an American. I am a Liberian.
Right.
But I sound like an American. And the
I was
reason
gonna
I
say
sound
there's a
like an
lot of
American is
Liberians.
because I went to American school.
American school in Liberia.
Yes.
Really? I noticed that a lot of you guys slang is just like our slang. It's pretty
The
much
reason
the
is
same.
because we are taught by the
Yeah.
Americans.
Yeah.
Our soldiers go for training in America.
Yeah.
Our police go for training in America. Almost, in fact, every president from the time Liberia was being formed, all the president was given by America to Liberia
Right.
to serve. So at this point in time where we went into a tribal war, okay, and how did it come up? It came out of politics, where one group of people incited another group of people against another group of people, and it turned into a tribalic war, right? And of course, America, being of all country, sat there, allow these people who were planning to destabilize Liberia, had meetings in America. America did not arrest them. America had clue of how President Samuel Doe came to power. America had clue of how President Samuel Doe was being killed out of power. You understand that? So we have dealt with Americans as Liberians, as our godfathers and godmothers.
Wow.
We have looked up to America for everything. Our food came from America.
Really? Wow. I didn't know that.
Everything almost
Yeah.
came from America. So, in a sense,
What about the way people dress? Is there any African wear in
we dress like them, like you people in America.
really?
Yes, it's dressed like that. That's why. That's why I was telling you that. That's why I was telling you that. It's strange when I wear an African shirt before. Now I'm getting used to it, but I never used to wear a shirt like this.
Is it because of the videos we see on TV of Black American culture?
You understand me?
Or
Yeah.
is it truly because of quote unquote regular American culture? Or is it more the African American culture and things you see on TV?
Right.
Did the videos kind of influence the
America has always influenced everywhere,
yes,
but Liberia has been more influenced by
by
America
America,
than
yeah.
any African country in Africa. I can tell you the truth. America doesn't have um, the freedom that they have in Liberia than any other African country.
Really?
They don't.
Now, at one time they had a American president. Was it a black American president or a white American president?
But in Liberia,
Yeah.
he was a Negro.
Really?
Yeah. The president, Joseph Jenkins Ravers, was a Negro.
What is his name?
Joseph Jenkins Ravers.
I have to do my research.
And then, with all of the presidents, they had always not been a native, except from the previous ones, like George Weah,
Okay.
Joseph Boycott. Even with President Charles Taylor, he's a mixed breed.
When you say mix, what is he?
He's a mixed breed. President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she's also a mixed breed.
What do they mix with?
But we consider them indigenous people because they were born in Liberia. You understand me?
Okay.
But maybe one of their fathers came from Germany or mother
Okay.
came from Germany,
Right.
and something like that.
Right. Right.
But for the first presidents, like Joseph Jenkins Ravers, they came straight there from America. And like more than 10 to 15 presidents in line came out of America. So for America to sit back and see a little country like Liberia go down, it's a shame on America.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say this. If America took a bullet and put it in my fucking head, excuse me to say,
Mm-hmm.
I would rather prefer die for the truth
Right.
than pretend with it. I deserve, as a Liberian, I deserve the love of America.
Mm-hmm.
As a Liberian, I deserve the protection of America.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me?
Right.
So I have a vision that I believe that God is going to use me to unite Africa, to unite Liberians, to unite Ghanaians, to unite Nigerians, to unite any black man that call himself a black man.
Mm-hmm.
And that unity must be brought through the love that we can have for each other regardless of where we're from,
Right.
or who we are, or what we have.
Let me ask you this. So I know here in Ghana, not all, but there are some people in Ghana, even though I have black skin, just because I'm from America, they still see me as a white man.
Mm-mm.
Is it like that in Liberia?
Yeah, Liberia, once you're black, you're black. Whether you come from America, you're black, and we see you as a brother.
Yeah.
For you, Me, you're a typical American, born American.
Mhm.
Stacy is a born American. But you were born from the black family.
Mhm.
You were born from some of the slaves
Mhm.
that went to America. So you were being fortunate that your generation stayed to continue the life. And another generation came back to Africa who was fortunate to come back to Africa, to come back and claim the land,
Mhm.
to come back to the land of origin,
Yes.
which I'm proud of. And so, what can we do as black people to bring ourselves back together? Has always been my vision. And I've always put my hands on my heart. I say I stand for love for everybody.
Yeah.
I stand for love for the black American who is lost in America, who don't know where to go because he or she is tired of being in America and he or she see him or herself black and knowing that he or she owns a whole continent
Hmm.
that belongs to him or her,
And we
but it's
belong in
being
Africa.
discriminated.
We belong in Africa.
You understand me?
Yeah.
But it's being discriminated.
Yeah.
I want to put a halt to this discrimination.
Hmm.
I want to abolish this discrimination. And how can that be done is through you and I collectively
Yes.
agreeing to
Yes.
abolish discrimination among us as black people.
Yes.
And so I would love that the president now of Liberia, before I become president one day, I
Mhm.
would love that the president now will start to institute the freedom of black people,
Mhm.
of every black American. Tell them, say, look, Liberia is your home. Come home. Come, you visa free. Come home. You don't need any visa.
Right.
Come home.
I'm actually surprised that Liberia didn't do the year of return instead of Ghana doing the year of return.
Now, I think it would have also been good that Ghana took it first to do it.
They are definitely the right. I mean,
And
I
and let
haven't
me
been to
tell
The
you,
Liberia.
infrastructure.
let me tell
Yeah,
you the
yeah.
reason. Let me tell you the reason. It was Ghana we were taken away from.
You said?
It was Ghana we were taken away from to
Mhm.
America as black people.
Mhm.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
And when they were bringing back those people, they didn't bring them back to the rightful country of origin, which was Ghana.
Mhm. So going back to Liberia.
They took them to Liberia. This is one of the reasons why I personally feel the love for Ghana. I feel like a Ghanaian as a Liberian. I
Mhm.
want to be truthful.
Right.
This is the feelings I have that I'm always a Ghanaian, even though I was born in Liberia. But that love for Ghana enters my heart and made me to feel that this country, I have an origin of this country.
Hmm.
You understand that?
Right.
You see, there are many people who want to be citizens of America, right?
Mhm.
And the reason is because America is a great nation and they will have many benefits and many things. But I also believe that I don't need to be a citizen to have benefits.
Right. You're right.
You understand me?
Mhm.
I need to have a good character and a good conduct to fit in society and make it in society. And based on my character and my conduct, allow me to survive in society. So these are some of the things that society has frowned on that is causing us to live in poverty. And so we develop the scarcity mindset. You understand me?
Mhm.
So instead of people expanding, people are rather compounding. And so it gives it a kind of difficulty
Mm-hmm.
to achieving the desired goals that we all should be benefiting from. And now I found out that we have a lot of work to do
A lot of work.
to be able to teach people how to stay honest
Mm-hmm.
with the reality of life
Mm-hmm.
that just doesn't benefit themselves but benefit the masses, including themselves.
Right.
So as a Liberian, I want to see every black American making Liberia their home.
Hmm.
I want to see every black American seeing Liberia as their country. As they see Ghana as the country, they must see Liberia as the country. They must see Nigeria as the country. They must see Sierra Leone as the country. They must see everywhere of Africa as their country.
Yes.
And wherever country in Africa that pleases you, that you want to live and have your peace of mind,
Mm-hmm.
you can come and live and have your peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I speak to every African countries around Africa and every African government to begin to learn, to understand that this is the time for Africa
This
to
is the time.
unite.
Yes.
I want to commend President Tuareg.
Oh my God. Yes.
He is the man of the moment.
Yes. Yes.
He
is.
is the
Yes, he
prince
is.
of the moment.
He is.
He is the king of the moment.
Yes.
And that is my vision.
Mm-hmm.
He's carrying my vision, and definitely, I know that vision inside of him is that same vision inside of me. We want that same vision to be in every president
Oh my God. Yes.
in Africa. Let every president see his vision as the vision to unite Africa, to give Africa back to Africans
Mm-hmm.
through the change of mentalities.
Yes.
Giving Africans um, the needful when they work for it, and that by being honest.
Yes.
And our honesty will demonstrate the truthfulness we have in us
Mm-hmm.
as a people.
That's it. Well, all right, everybody. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. This will not be the last time you will see Hurricane. This will not be the last time. Like I say, I will be working on a podcast. I'll have a podcast studio in Accra, and I'll also have one in Kumasi. I'm hoping you guys will support. But again, my brother, it's always good to see you.
You're my African brother,
Yes,
man.
sir, for life.
You're my American brother,
After my wedding, Hurricane and Stacy and my sister and my police buddy Sean, we had our own separate party in my house. It was just a Bluetooth speaker.
Oh yeah, we did
We
it.
enjoyed ourselves. We chopped food. We ate rice and soup and dance all night. We enjoyed ourselves right here in Ghana. If you don't remember anything else, just remember, we belong in Africa.
One Africa agenda is the agenda I am preaching. One Africa agenda. The One Africa agenda. Free
One
Africa.
agenda. I love it, my brother.
Peace, man.
Peace, my brother.